by Montembeault. Severson waits for it at the point. He'll hand it across for Marchenko. Being watched by Matheson. Shot from Marchenko is off the foot of Matheson and into the seats. Cole Caulfield, hot stick for Montreal, gets it up at center. Little tip pass along the line for Jake Evans. Evans circles around, feeds it back. Struble shot steered aside by Tarasov. Rebound in front. And Newhook blocked. It rolls in front. The clearing attempt then hits Jake Evans. He'll get it to the point, but a good play by Chinikov to keep it in. Igor Chinikov for Zach Werenski. Down to Fantilli with a drive. Stopped by Montembeault. Blue Jackets power play has been hot as of late. 3 for 11 in their last 4 games. Looking at just over 27%. On a break here for Dvorak as Anderson holds the line. Dvorak around the net. Throws it on goal, and Tarasov made the stop. And flip it onto the wing. Voronkov tried to move it back. Armia broke it up. Here comes Evans again, shorthanded. Evans tees it up, and it's off the pad. Played over to Matheson. Return feed for Doc. He missed the puck, but he got it back for Matheson. Matheson with a shot off the leg in front. Suzuki after it. Chipped it off the boards. Doc fired it down. Comes right to Caulfield.
Well, they failed to get the puck out earlier on in the shift. Provorov doesn't get it out, similar to what Evans did, but this time the Montreal Canadiens take full advantage of it. You see the block there from Christensen. It comes back to the point off the skate, and then it's teed up by Caulfield. Sometimes you got to take a fortuitous bounce that goes off a player and right to you, and it just puts everybody out of position. Everybody's not expecting it to go where it does, and then all of a sudden, it's right to Matheson.
Down to Slavkovsky. He'll wait. Up for Doc. Dropped it. Matheson reaching for it. Matheson swings it over to Kirby Doc. Down for Slavkovsky. Trying to get the pass in front. That was off the stick of Tarasov. Suzuki on a nice feed from Caulfield to Doc. His shot is blocked. Suzuki to Matheson again. Matheson skates it in. Rister. That one doesn't get through, and it's cleared by Severson down the ice.
We're so used to seeing Caulfield scoring goals, right?
Newhook to the line for Hudson. Lane Hudson moves to the middle, swings it across for Heineman. Back for Hudson. Lane Hudson to Heineman. A drive kicked out by Tarasov. Barron on the board, sends it back down for Evans. Jake Evans off to Dvorak, centered in front. Here's a chance. Barron shot blocked away by Tarasov. Evans to center will try to dump it in. That's knocked away by Provorov. And Severson has got it as he'll lead it ahead, and Voronkov will dump it in. Angled away by Montembeault, and he's forced to make a stop. And now he's going to pounce on it for a second. Thought he was going to get the whistle, but decided to move it. And the Canadiens get it out at center. Suzuki in on the attack. Slides it back for Jacka. Got it over to Struble with a drive. Tarasov got a piece, and then they try to bank it in off his leg.
They're talking anyone around this team. They say that's one thing they are lacking. This is Sean Monahan, smart, reliable centerman.
Werenski to Fabbro, drives to Montembeault.
Werenski up on the wing for Fantilli. Fantilli finds his way through center and brings it into the Canadian zone. Snaps a high shot on net that's clubbed by Montembeault, and he holds on. Got it around for Caulfield. Let it go to the point for Barron. Justin Barron will send it in deep. Newhook bats it up for Jake Evans. Back to the point. Barron with a shot off the glove of Tarasov, and Severson will come up with it. Weber went through in that Cup final in 2019, and all the injuries he played through.
Well, they just pieced them back together every night.
Yeah.
I mean,
puck gets snapped on net by Sean Corrali, and it's blocked by Montembeault. Now it comes to the point. Walking the line, Kevin LeBanc will hand it off for Zach Werenski. Around the goal he goes to the point. Fabbro with a drive. That's stopped, and then Corrali bats it in the air, and he knocked it over the net. Canadiens jump on it. Josh Anderson back up ice with it. Anderson hits by Dante Fabbro. Nik Suzuki back to the point for Robert Jacki. Jacki finds a little room, then he fanned on it, got the puck back, throws it on net. It's into the glove of Tarasov. Slips it by Voronkov, but then couldn't get the puck back. Crowd didn't like it. Severson at center, hands it off for Marchenko. Marchenko with a snapshot, and it's gloved by Montembeau. Side of the goal for Damon Severson, but he had his stick tied up and couldn't get on it. New hook back the other way with Evans going to the net. Takes the shot, and it's knocked aside by Tarasov. Lane Hudson turned it over the bank, got it down. Oh, Corrali in front, and that one's deflected away. Oh, big hit in the corner, and knocked over the bank. Werenski on his backhand, hands it off. Fabbro scores! Danте Fabbro gets his first goal as a Columbus Blue Jacket, and he ties the game at 1.
Fabbro, and out in front, that was a turnover and behind the net. I thought Montembeau should have went out and played that dump in. He did not, and that led to a lot of action in his end. Then Werenski drops this over, and Anderson doesn't get the block. And if you don't get the block, it's coming right to your net. Oh, sorry, that's Evans. You know, you go out there, and if you don't get it, there's no way your goaltender's going to see it. There's a bunch of bodies in front of Montembeau. You can see his head.
Matheson has got it for Lane Hudson. Hudson shot, deflected, loose, back in front. Tarasov down. Matheson out. Big save by Tarasov.
Blue Jackets, Kirby Dach's going to slide this one right through the crease. I'm not sure if he was trying to bank it off the back of Tarasov, but then Matheson does a nice job keeping the puck alive. It comes back to the net. Dach gets a second opportunity at that one. Then Matheson rocks right into a one-timer.
Played into the Blue Jacket zone. Provorov is on it for Columbus. Severson, long pass at center. Chinakhov deflects it in. It checks up for Armor Jacka. Armia to Nik Suzzuki. Cuts in. Takes a shot and scores!
Captain strikes here. Transition. Jacka up the ice. Nice bunt in by Armia. And Suzuki's patient. He knows he doesn't have any back pressure that's coming on him, so he can move laterally. So he starts to move laterally until Provorov gives him the space he needs. And then when he finds the spot he likes, he goes just above the pad, below the glove, and hits pavement.
As Reese got in the way, Armia will pass through his legs for Heineman, but he gets no further than the Blue Jackets line. Now Heineman intercepts. Tees up the long drive, and it's kicked out by Tarasov. Turned over the goal. Come on, scores!
And that's so important. He supports it, and because he supports it, it turns over. I mean, gets to the corner, continued pressure. Armia's right there, and Koндотта.
That guy and Harris are all twisted like a pretzel back there. Harris lost his glove, gets it back, finally breaks free. Now they can rejoin the play. As Caulfield goes after the Blue Jacket zone. Center to front, scores! Jake Evans! Career point 100 for Jake Evans.
What a nice play out of the corner. Patient. Again, using his speed to get to the puck from Christensen. And then he just picks his head up, and he allows a little bit of time to let Evans get into the sweet spot. And then he goes right across the front of the net, just above Tarasov. And Evans, with a nicely placed shot, is going to go straight upstairs, off the crossbar, and into the net. And the Canadiens have...
So a little 4-on-4 hockey here. We'll see if Dean Emerson still decides to maybe get the goalie out. If they get it done, yes, Matheson scores! Well, they won't worry about that now. Matheson with a drive with Josh Andderson coming right in front of the net. He gets a piece of it to tip it in.
With it, and what they did was they turned over some pucks, and when they turned over pucks, they took advantage of it. Nice play there. Koндotta out of the corner by Armia. And then another ill-advised turnover by Sillinger. And on the puck is Caulfield. He turns it over. He gets it, picks his head up. Evans drives to the net. And the Montreal Canadiens with 2 quick goals in the third period.
Tarasov will set it up for Christensen, and you can make it 6 straight wins over the Blue Jackets for the Canadiens. They win it 5-1 tonight.